Hello everyone and thank you so much for watching. My name is Mila, welcome to my channel. I usually do beauty videos, fragrance videos and fashion videos. And guys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm filming this with a step back because I know that I'm gonna get hate. And yes, I know I get hate on most of my videos, but I feel like this one is gonna be as bad as the first one that I did that was called How to Look Expensive, that I'm gonna link in the down bar below. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Russia. Both of my parents are engineers, but actually they were very young when they got me. So I was not really in the rich category in Russia. When I came to Switzerland, my mom remarried someone very rich. So then I kind of lived in wealth. And during my studies, I studied in public school and in private school. I have some friends that are more, average, and some friends that are proper rich. And basically on Instagram, I asked you to ask me relationship questions. And a lot of people think that I'm a gold digger, which I don't care about. Think whatever you want about me. I know that it's not true, so whatever. And the best way to actually meet someone with money is already to be where there is money, which was my case, so I did not need to really search. I feel like, so a lot of girls were asking me, what should I do to get someone with money? I decided to film a video to tell you the main differences in between people who have less money and more money. Guys, I asked my fiance to film this video with me. I said, look, you can give your masculine point of view on what I'm gonna say. He agreed with most of the points. But you know what he told me? He told me, look, you are not taking me down with you on this one. He said, I'm not gonna deal with the hatred of that you're gonna get on this video. Again, everything I'm gonna say has exceptions. I have to do this disclaimer. Everything I'm gonna say have exceptions. It doesn't mean that everything applies. And also, I'm only talking about what I have noticed within my category of people, my age, from where I live. My intro is already very long, but to me it is very important to get everything covered, but I'm gonna try to make it the shortest possible. First of all, I feel like richer people are a lot more curious. I feel like curiosity is also a proof of intelligence. For example, I do that. Personally, I do that. I know not everyone do that, but I think you should. It's, for example, when you don't know something. If you hear someone talking about something in the bus and you're like, what are they talking about? Google it. You have to know everything. So be interested in everything, because I think that this is one of the most embarrassing things, that I think a lack of culture kind of shows that you are not very, I feel like rich people are never late. This is one of the biggest differences. I feel like if you have money, you know that being late is really highly disrespectful, and people just usually don't do it. Never be late. It is a massive, I feel like it's like spitting someone in the face, seriously. I feel like girls who have money know how to cook. I don't know how is it possible, because I feel like my friends who have a lot of money cook a lot better. I cannot explain how, what, why, but I feel like this is a very important point also if you want to get someone with money in your life. I feel like you should know how to cook. And I'm not talking about tacos and pizzas and pasta. I'm talking about food, like fish with fresh vegetables, how to properly do a cake from scratch, stuff like that, okay? I feel like the girls who have more money know better how to take care of themselves. First of all, I would mention two main things. The first thing that is a giveaway that you are not rich, because I have never seen someone rich having that, is when you have thick nails, thick, okay? And with rhinestones, drawings. I'm not saying no rich people ever did that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that almost never have seen that in my private school, whereas in my public school, all the girls had like, just like tacky nails, in my opinion. I feel like also hair is important. Your hair has to look healthy or at least semi-healthy. Like, keep your hair color quite natural, meaning like dark brown is not, okay, my hair is clearly naturally blonde and I dyed brown, but I feel like having your hair a natural color that exists on planet Earth is quite advantageous, because like a natural blonde, if you go blonde platinum, you start looking cheap. And also what I notice a lot in richer girls is that they are more natural makeup wise, but more fake plastic surgery wise. I don't know why, it's a thing that I do notice. Okay, this is a very like specific and strange one, but that I notice quite often. So it's about sharing bills with girlfriends. So I feel like when we go eat in the restaurants with my girlfriends who have more of a lesser money, I feel like we literally share to the cent. For example, if let's say we are two, and the bill is 150, and I ate for 80 and she ate for 70, I feel like I'm gonna pay 80 and she's gonna pay 70. Whereas if you are from a more privileged background, I feel like what's gonna happen usually is that, for example, let's say the thing is 150, I'm gonna put 100, the girl is gonna put 50, and we're just not gonna care, and she's just gonna remember that she's gonna have to put a little bit more next time. Or if it's something smaller, like for example a drink, I would just pay the drink, or the other person would just pay the drink. I feel like if you start being like, oh, how much is it for you, or how much is it for you, I feel like it just betrays massively the fact or that you are tight, because a lot of rich people are tight, or that you just don't have the money to spend over, and that when you ordered your food, you already knew how much you would spend. And this to me is like not a good look. Like when this happens, usually seriously, I just put the money, and like, you know, sometimes people don't have the cash on them. Like if, for example, one time the bill is 80 and I'm with a girlfriend who has money, if I put 30 and the bill is 80, I'm expecting her to put 50 and pay a little bit more for her next time. Yeah, it's one of those things. I feel this is quite particular. This do not apply with men though. I feel like, as far as I know, rich men always pay for women. Always. I feel like another thing that is quite revealing of your financial situation is to talk about money. Usually when you talk too much about something is that you don't have it, meaning you won't be like, oh my god, this month I'm so tight, I don't know how I'm going to be able to pay my bills. You would not talk about money at all. You would not say what you own, like what you have. You would not say, oh, I have a house in Saint-Tropez, I have a house there. Unless it comes in the conversation, like we would be like, oh, like I would like to go to Paris, and someone would say, oh, I have a flat in Paris, stay at my house. Yeah, I feel like on this money thing, also like you shouldn't really complain that you cannot afford something. Just like keep it for you, because this is obviously going to betray that you don't have money. If you cannot afford something, like yeah. Usually people, but this is a bit logic and you cannot really fake that, is that richer people are more well-traveled. Like usually if you have a little bit of money, you at least have been in like a expensive island holiday, like the Maldives, like Bora Bora, like something like that, like you have traveled around Europe. Something else is that richer people are more open to eat different foods. For example, someone like something that betrays a behavior that of someone that doesn't have money is like, imagine a guy would take you out and he would be like, oh, I booked this great sushi place where we can have some caviar, and you say, oh, wouldn't we just eat a burger? You know, like you have to kind of be open to try other foods, and usually this is kind of with education. Since I'm a little, like I eat raw beef, I eat sushi, I eat caviar, I eat all of these foods, and I feel like this shows a lot about you. If, for example, you only eat spaghetti bolognese, pizzas, tacos, and the Chinese, you most likely will look like you have less money. Okay, I feel like richer girls are or clever or educated, but most of the time both. So basically you can totally fake to be educated if you're clever, and you can totally fake to be clever if you're educated, but if you're both, you are in the zone of rarity, okay? By educated, I mean just being, like my first point or my second point, being curious, making proof of interest, okay? This means being educated. Obviously, a university degree is a top, work experience is a top. Okay, I feel like one of the giveaway, like so easy. So unless you know someone very well, I feel like you should not use abbreviations. Like, for example, you, write like just a you. This is not okay. If you just met someone, you should not do that. You should write punctuation. After, if you know someone well, you don't care. You put shit emojis, the U's, don't care. Don't care, no punctuation. But I mean, in the beginning, when you're getting to know someone, I feel like it's important for you to write correctly. And if you see that after a while the person gets more relaxed, then go for it. But I feel that this is a big difference. A big difference. What I'm saying here are basic educational skills, but they are very valuable in impressing anyone that you would like to impress in the higher money category. Okay, one mistake that girls do a lot, like ridiculous amounts of, like this is like one of the worst, is dress accordingly to what you're doing. A typical example is to dress like a whore to go for lunch, with your boobs out, with your ass out, high heels, full face of makeup. If you go into an expensive place where you, let's say you want to meet someone and you're not from this kind of class, if you go somewhere with like platform heels, a mini skirt, you're just gonna be labeled like she's trying too hard. She's like playing her life right now to meet someone with money. For example, what I'm wearing today with jeans and a little pair of heels would be a good outfit to go for a lunch. Most people would disagree with me and say that you shouldn't even wear heels to go lunch, but I feel like to me they are okay. And let me tell you that I'm not in a situation where I'm searching for anyone rich. First of all, I'm working, and second of all, my fiance has a very good job and I'm with him for years and we're getting married, so I am not in a situation where I have to impress anyone. Coming empty-handed somewhere, this is just like the lowest of the low. Bring a bottle of wine, a box of chocolates, bring something. Don't go empty-handed. It's ridiculous. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, I feel like if you are from a more modest background and you want to kind of fit in a expensive environment, like with rich people, and you don't sound impressed. Like, even if you are, just don't, okay? If someone goes like, what are you doing this weekend? I'm inviting you to Chamonix, to my chalet. And you go, oh my God, that's just so amazing. And we're gonna ski down. Oh my God. And this is just not a good reaction. Just say, oh yeah, I'll check what I have this weekend. Don't act impressed when someone pays for you. Don't act impressed. Because if you act impressed, you're gonna give away the fact that you don't have money. And again, some guys don't care that you don't have money. But most guys who have money expect from you the same that they can give you. So if you expect someone from money, I suppose that you want him to pay for you, because this just makes sense. And if you want him to pay for you, you must be giving something in exchange. Like being funny, like looking good, like taking care of yourself, like cooking well, like taking care well of the house, like just all of this stuff. Like, yeah. And I feel like these are quite applicable. Obviously, I live in Switzerland. I'm talking mostly about Swiss people, although I can base myself on quite a lot of different nationalities. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching anyway. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video. This is not a usual video that I do. Usually I talk about fragrances, makeup and fashion And I feel like I'm gonna stick to it because this video gives me anxiety. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel, like this video, activate the notification bell, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!